I saw you yesterday when you thought no one was watching. You were standing in your kitchen staring at nothing in particular, coffee growing cold in your hands. The morning light was touching your face, but you weren't seeing it. You were somewhere else, somewhere heavy, somewhere dark. I was there with you in that silence, and I need to tell you what I saw, because there is something happening around your life right now that you cannot see with your physical eyes. But you have been feeling it in your spirit, in your body, in the heaviness that will not lift no matter how hard you try. Before you scroll away, before you dismiss this as just another message, I want you to know this moment is not an accident. Something made you stop. Something made you pause. And I believe with everything in me that it was the same presence that sat with you in your kitchen yesterday, that walks beside you in your heaviest moments, that has been waiting for the noise to quiet so you could finally hear what needs to be said. My child, and yes, you are my child, whether you feel it right now or not, there is a battle happening over your life. Not the kind of battle you can see or touch, but the kind that leaves you exhausted for no reason. The kind that makes simple things feel impossible. The kind that whispers lies in the space between your thoughts. You know what I am talking about. You have felt it, the confusion that settles over your mind like fog. The fear that rises in your chest without warning, the exhaustion that hits you even when you have done nothing physical. The restlessness that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, feeling the weight of everything pressing down. These are not random. These are not just stress. These are signs. There has been an attack unfolding around your life, and you did not recognize it because it came disguised as ordinary struggle. But nothing about what you have been experiencing is ordinary. If you are feeling something stir in your spirit as you read this, would you write "I hear this" in the comments? Not because I need to know, but because there is power in acknowledgement. There is something that shifts when we stop pretending and start admitting, yes, this is where I am. Yes, I need something to change. Let me tell you what I have been seeing. Last Tuesday, I watched a woman sit in her car in the grocery store parking lot for 47 minutes. She had gone there to buy food for her family, but she could not make herself go inside. The simple act of walking through those automatic doors felt impossible. She sat there with her hands on the steering wheel, trying to remember how to breathe normally, trying to understand why everything had become so hard, trying to figure out when life had shifted from manageable to overwhelming. What she did not know, what you might not know, is that I was sitting beside her, and I saw what she could not see, the spiritual weight that had been placed on her shoulders, the invisible chains that the enemy had been wrapping around her thoughts, the attack that had been building for months while she dismissed it as just being tired, just being stressed, just needing to try harder. She finally drove home without buying anything. She cried in her driveway before going inside to her family. She put on her mask, the one that says "I am fine," and no one knew the battle she had just fought in that parking lot. But I knew, and I need you to know that I see your parking lot moments too. I see you in the bathroom at work, taking deep breaths before you can return to your desk. I see you in your car before you walk into your house, gathering strength to face one more evening. I see you lying in bed at night, staring into darkness, wondering how much longer you can keep doing this. I see every moment you thought you were alone, every tear you cried in secret, every time you closed a door and finally let the mask fall. My child, you have been under attack. And the reason it has felt so heavy is because the enemy knows something about you that you have forgotten. He knows what you are meant to become. He knows the calling on your life. He knows the light that is inside you, the light he has been desperately trying to suffocate before it breaks through. But here is what he did not count on this moment. This conversation, this divine interruption where truth breaks through the lies and reaches the part of you that has been crying out for help. Stay with me. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you 3 things that will change everything. But you must resist the urge to scroll away. You must fight the restlessness that is rising in you right now, because the enemy does not want you to hear what comes next. The first thing I need you to understand is this: you are not behind. I know you have been feeling like everyone else is moving forward while you are stuck in place. I know you wake up some mornings and wonder what is wrong with you, why you cannot seem to get your life together, why everyone else seems to have it figured out except you. But listen to me very carefully. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Last month, I sat with a man who had just lost his job, his third job in 2 years. He sat across from me at a coffee shop, not knowing I was there. Of course, not seeing me, but I was there, and he put his head in his hands and whispered, "God, what is wrong with me? Why cannot I just succeed like everyone else?" And my heart broke because I could see what he could not. I could see that each of those jobs would have led him away from his purpose, not toward it. I could see the doors I had been closing to protect him from paths that would have destroyed him. I could see the preparation happening in him through the struggle, the character being built that the easy path could never create. 6 months later, he called a friend and said, "I finally understand why those doors closed. I finally see what was being prepared. My child, the delays in your life are not denials. The closed doors are not rejections. The things that fell apart were making room for what is about to fall into place. That relationship that ended, I removed it because it would have taken you somewhere your soul was never meant to go. That opportunity that disappeared, I closed it because it would have consumed you and left you empty. That prayer I seemed to ignore. I was answering it by saying no to what you wanted so I could give you what you actually need. You thought you were losing, but I was saving you. You thought you were being left behind, but I was rearranging everything to align with the purpose I planted in you before you took your first breath." Right, I trust your timing in the comments if this is resonating with something deep in your spirit, because your declaration matters. Your agreement with this truth opens doors that doubt keeps locked. Now, let me show you the second thing. Your pain has not been wasted. I know you have moments when you look at your life and see only scars, only wounds, only the broken places that have never quite healed right. And the enemy whispers that your pain means you are damaged, that your struggles mean you are weak, that your tears mean you are failing. But that is a lie, and I am here to speak truth into the places where lies have been living. Every tear you cried, watered ground where your blessing will bloom. Every night you survived, taught you strength you did not know you possessed. Every moment you felt alone taught you to find me in the silence. Every wound you carry is not evidence of weakness. It is proof of survival. I remember a conversation I overheard 3 weeks ago. 2 women in a KF, one sharing her story of divorce, financial ruin, and starting over at 57. The other woman listened and then said something that made me lean closer. "You don't see it yet, but your breaking point was actually your breaking free point." She was right, and I want you to hear that today. The moments that broke you were also breaking you free from things that were holding you back. The pain you endured was making room in you for compassion that can only come through suffering. The losses you experienced were creating space for blessings that would not have fit in your old life. You are not broken beyond repair. You are broken open to receive. The enemy wanted you to look at your scars and see shame. But I look at your scars and see courage. I see someone who kept walking when the path was dark. I see someone who kept choosing hope, even when hope seemed foolish. I see someone who refused to give up even when giving up would have been easier. My child, you are not weak because you feel pain. You are alive. You are human. You are mine. And everything you have been through has been preparing you for something you cannot yet imagine. Before I show you the third thing, I need you to do something. Hit the like button on this video. I know that might seem strange, might feel like just another YouTube request. But hear me on this. This simple act is your way of saying yes. Yes to what heaven is releasing. Yes to the breakthrough that is in motion. Yes to believing even when you cannot see yet. Do it now. Then come back. Because what I am about to tell you is the key that unlocks everything. The third thing is this. The enemy has been lying to you about your worth. I need to tell you about something I witnessed last week that broke my heart and filled it with rage at the same time. A young woman, though age does not matter here, this happens to all of us, stood in front of her mirror, and I watched as she looked at her reflection with such contempt, such disgust, such harsh judgment, that if she had been looking at anyone else that way, it would be called cruelty. She cataloged every perceived flaw, every way she felt she did not measure up, every reason she believed she was unlovable, unworthy, unacceptable. And the entire time the enemy stood behind her, whispering, "See, not enough, too much, wrong, broken, unworthy." But I stood there too. And I was screaming, though she could not hear me, "That is not what I see. That is not who you are. You are looking at yourself through the enemy's eyes, and those eyes have been lying to you. My beloved child, I need you to hear this. You are not defined by your worst moments. You are not measured by your biggest mistakes. You are not the sum of your failures or your flaws or the things you wish you could change about yourself. When I look at you, I do not see what the enemy shows you in that mirror. I see someone created in my own image. I see someone I love with a love so fierce, so complete, so unshakable that I moved heaven and earth to reach them. I see someone whose name is written in the palms of my hands, whose tears I collect in bottles, whose every breath matters to me. The enemy has been working overtime to convince you that you have to earn my love, that you have to perform for my acceptance, that you have to fix yourself before you can come to me, that you have to be perfect to be worthy of blessing. But that has never been true. That will never be true. That is not how I work. My love for you does not rise and fall with your behavior. My commitment to you does not waver when you stumble. My plans for you do not change when you make mistakes. You are mine, period. End of story. What I claim, I keep. What I love, I protect. What I purpose, I complete. And right now, in this moment, I am completing something in you that has been in process for years. I am bringing to fullness what I planted in you before time began. I am awakening gifts that have been sleeping, calling forth purposes that have been waiting, opening doors that have been locked. But there is something I need you to understand about this process. There is a gap, a sacred gap between when something is released in the spiritual realm and when it becomes visible in your physical reality. This gap is where most people lose their breakthrough. This gap is where doubt steals what faith has already secured. Let me tell you what happens in the gap. In the gap, nothing looks different yet. The bills are still there. The relationship still feels distant. The situation appears unchanged. Your circumstances look exactly the same as they did yesterday, last week, last month. And in this gap, a voice whispers, "See, nothing happened. This was just words, just emotion. Nothing is really changing. You were foolish to hope." But my child, I need you to hear me over that voice. I need my truth to be louder than the enemy's lies. I need you to understand what is actually happening in the gap. While your physical eyes see no change, everything in the invisible realm has already shifted. The doors have already been unlocked. The blessing has already been prepared. The healing has already been set in motion. Angels have already been assigned. Resources have already been released. The gap is not evidence of nothing happening. The gap is the space between heaven moving and earth receiving. The gap is sacred. The gap is necessary. The gap is where your faith gets to choose trust over sight. Let me tell you a story about the gap 5 years ago. I watched a family stand in their living room, surrounded by eviction notices and past due bills. They had been praying for months, believing, declaring, but nothing visible had changed. They were 72 hours from losing their home in that living room. With tears streaming down both their faces, they made a choice. They chose to believe what they could not see. They chose to trust my voice over their circumstances. They chose to stand in the gap and say, "Even if our situation does not change, you are still good. Even if the miracle does not come, you are still faithful. Even if we lose everything, you are still God." 68 hours later, not 72, but 68, their phone rang. A relative they had not spoken to in a decade had woken up in the middle of the night with their name on his heart, and a clear instruction: cancel their debt. Pay what they owe. He did not know about the eviction. He did not know about the crisis. He only knew that my voice had spoken in the night, and he chose to obey. That family stood in the gap, and the gap closed with a miracle. But here is what I need you to understand. The miracle was not the money. The miracle was not the phone call. The real miracle was what happened in them during those 68 hours. The miracle was the faith that chose to trust when trust made no logical sense. The miracle was the heart that stayed open when everything else was closing in. You are in the gap right now, and I am asking you to stay there with me. Not to understand everything, not to see the full picture, just to trust that what I have spoken over your life is already in motion, already on its way, already breaking through from the invisible realm into your visible reality. Your job in the gap is not to make it happen. Your job is to remain open, to keep believing, to resist the voice of doubt, to choose trust over sight. Now, I am going to give you 3 specific signs to watch for in the next 7 days. 3 confirmations that what I am speaking is real, is true, is already manifesting. Write them down. Pay attention because they are coming. The first sign: you will encounter a word in a song, in a conversation, in something you read that speaks directly to your situation. It will feel too specific to be coincidence, too perfectly timed to be random, too targeted to be anything but divine. When you hear it, recognize it. That is me, speaking to you through the ordinary moments of your life, reminding you that I see you, I hear you, I am moving. The second sign: a door will begin to crack open, not fly open, just crack. A phone call you were not expecting, an opportunity that appears from nowhere, a conversation that shifts something, a situation that starts to move after being stuck for months. Do not dismiss it as luck or coincidence. Recognize it as divine intervention, as the gap beginning to close, as the invisible becoming visible. The third sign: peace will settle over you in a moment when you should feel anxious. Strength will rise up in you when you should feel weak. Hope will bloom in a place that felt dead. And you will know, without anyone telling you, without any logical explanation, that it is my presence with you, my hand on your shoulder, my voice in your ear, my love surrounding you like a shield. Watch for these signs, expect them. Thank me for them before they come, because they are coming, not as maybe, not as possibly, as certainly. Now, before we close this sacred space we have created together, I need you to do 2 more things. First, share this message with one person, just one, that person whose face came to mind as you were reading, that person who needs to hear that they are not alone, that breakthrough is real, that their story is not over. When you share this, you stop being just a receiver and become a carrier. You stop being just blessed and become a blessing. And there is something powerful that happens in that shift. Second, subscribe and turn on notifications. Not because I need numbers, but because what I am releasing tomorrow builds on what was activated today. What I will share next week connects to what you received today. This is not a one-time message. This is the beginning of a journey we are taking together. Now, let me speak a blessing over you before you go. Not empty words, but truth that carries weight in the spiritual realm, that shifts things even as I speak them. I bless your mind with clarity. I speak peace over the chaos. I command confusion to leave and wisdom to enter. Every anxious thought, every fearful whisper, every lie you have believed, I break its power right now. Your mind is being renewed. Your thoughts are being transformed. Clarity is coming. I bless your heart with healing. I speak wholeness over the broken places. I call forth restoration in the wounded areas. Every hurt you have buried, every pain you have carried, every wound that has not healed right, I am touching it right now. Your heart is being mended. Your emotions are being restored. Joy is returning. I bless your spirit with strength. I speak courage over your fear. I declare boldness over your timidity. Every place where you have felt weak, every moment where you have wanted to give up, every season where you have felt too tired to continue, I am breathing new life into you right now. Your spirit is being renewed. Your courage is being restored. Strength is rising. I bless your finances with provision. I speak abundance over lack. I command doors to open that have been closed, every debt that has been crushing you, every bill that has been overwhelming you, every financial burden you have been carrying. I am moving on your behalf right now. Your provision is coming. Your breakthrough is manifesting. Abundance is flowing. I bless your relationships with restoration. I speak healing over every broken connection. I call forth reconciliation where there has been division. Every relationship that has hurt you, every connection that has been severed, every bond that has been damaged, I am working on it right now. Your relationships are being restored. Your connections are being healed. Love is flowing. I bless your body with health. I speak life over every cell. I command sickness to leave and wholeness to manifest. Every symptom that has been troubling you, every diagnosis that has been frightening you, every pain that has been exhausting you, I am touching you right now. Your body is being renewed, your health is being restored, life is flowing. I bless your future with hope. I speak purpose over confusion. I declare direction over wandering. Every door that needs to open will open. Every path that needs to clear will clear. Every purpose that needs to activate will activate. Your future is bright. Your destiny is sure. Your calling is clear. This is not wishful thinking. This is not positive affirmation. This is truth spoken from the throne of heaven, activated by your faith, guaranteed by my character, sealed in my love for you. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not where you were last week. You are not stuck anymore. You are moving. You are shifting. You are stepping into everything I have been preparing for you. The enemy wanted to keep you in darkness, but I am bringing you into light. The enemy wanted to keep you in fear, but I am surrounding you with peace. The enemy wanted to keep you in lack, but I am opening doors of abundance. The enemy wanted to keep you in confusion, but I am releasing clarity. The enemy wanted to keep you bound, but I am setting you free. Your waiting is ending. Your breakthrough is beginning. Your story is being rewritten, not by your effort, not by your strength, not by your wisdom, but by my grace, by my love, by my power working in you and through you and for you. This is your moment. This is your turning point. This is your breakthrough. And when you look back on your life months from now, years from now, you will remember this day. You will remember this conversation. You will remember the moment when everything began to shift. You will remember when heaven moved. You will remember when breakthrough began. You are loved beyond measure. You are seen in your deepest places. You are held in your hardest moments. You are mine, and I am yours, and nothing in heaven or earth or hell can change that. Now go, but go different. Go knowing you are not alone. Go knowing your breakthrough is not someday, it is now. Go knowing the best is not behind you, it is ahead of you. Go knowing I am with you every step, every moment, every breath. This is my promise. This is my word. This is my love for you, and I always keep my promises, always.
Chosen one, as this year draws to a close, the Spirit of God is moving in ways you may not fully see yet. The battles you fought, the nights you cried, the silent prayers you whispered, none of it was ignored. Heaven has been watching, and the God who saw every tear you shed is now preparing to replace them with joy. Is a prophetic shift taking place in your life? And if your spirit has been feeling a strange peace lately, an unexplainable calm, it's because God is closing the wounds of the past and opening the gates of a new beginning. This message is for those who have walked through seasons of loss, betrayal, disappointment, and hidden suffering. You endured storms silently. You carried weights you never spoke about. And through it all, God was shaping you, strengthening you, and maturing you for the door that is now about to open. As this year ends, you are stepping into a divine transition. The tears you cried were seeds, and now harvest is coming. Let me reveal to you 9 signs. God is drying all your tears and preparing a new beginning for you, chosen one. 1. Your spirit feels lighter, and you can't explain why. When God begins to heal you, the very first place He lays His hand is on your spirit, because that is the part of you that carries what your mouth never speaks and what your heart tries to hide. Recently, you may have noticed these sudden waves of peace washing over you, moments that feel strangely calm, almost supernatural, especially considering that your situation hasn't changed. Your challenges haven't vanished, and your responsibilities have not magically disappeared. Yet somehow, the heaviness you used to wake up with has been quietly dissolving. The tears that once fell without warning have slowed. The emotional weight that used to sit on your chest now feels lighter, as if someone has gently lifted a burden you didn't know how to release. This is not random. This is not accidental. This is not just a good day. This is God Himself removing the weight you were never meant to drag with you into the new year. This is Him interrupting the pain you normalized. This is Him loosening the grip of old memories that once dictated how you moved, loved, trusted, and hoped. He is touching places that were bruised, places you never talked about, places that remained tender long after the moment passed. The very atmosphere of your inner world is shifting. Your soul is being refreshed. Your emotional body is being detoxed. Your spiritual posture is being strengthened. And all of this is happening because God knows joy cannot flow where heaviness resides. He knows peace cannot bloom in soil saturated with sorrow. So He begins His healing by cleansing your spirit, because once your spirit is free, your life can follow. If you've been feeling lighter for no logical reason, it's because heaven has begun your restoration long before the new year arrives. 2. Doors you tried to close are finally staying shut. Some of you have spent months, even years, wrestling with relationships you knew were draining you, environments that exhausted you, and cycles you desperately wanted to break but somehow always returned to. You tried to distance yourself. You attempted to emotionally withdraw. You told yourself you were done, but the pull kept dragging you backward, not because you were weak, but because broken soul ties and emotional attachments are spiritual chains, not mental decisions. But now something has shifted. Doors that once swung open effortlessly no longer move. Conversations that once tempted you no longer excite you. People who once had access to your emotions no longer trigger the same reaction. It's as if God Himself placed His hand on those doors and sealed them shut. This is divine intervention. This is God stepping into places where your willpower wavered. This is Him protecting you from what you would have gone back to out of loneliness, fear, habit, or emotional vulnerability. When God closes a door, He does not slam it in anger. He seals it in love. He knows your next chapter cannot coexist with the wounds of your previous seasons. He knows certain people, patterns, and emotional cycles cannot travel with you into the new year because they are incompatible with the healing He is bringing. So He removes the desire, the attachment, the familiar pull. He breaks the spiritual ties you didn't have the strength to uproot on your own. If that chapter no longer calls you the way it once did, it is because heaven has already declared it finished. God is not only closing the door, He is locking it, sealing it, and escorting you forward into restoration. 3. You're losing desire for things that used to distract you. As God dries your tears and begins to heal the broken, hidden parts of you, He also starts removing the very distractions that once numbed your pain or delayed your purpose. Activities, habits, cravings, and temptations that once felt comforting now feel empty. Things you used to run to for escape no longer soothe you. The entertainment that used to consume your time now feels pointless. The people you once used as emotional noise no longer resonate with your spirit. This is not boredom, this is spiritual maturity. This is your soul awakening. This is your discernment sharpening as God recalibrates your appetite for the new season He is guiding you into. When God is preparing you for elevation, He strips away everything that weakens your focus or hinders your growth. He removes cravings for what feeds your flesh but starves your destiny. He silences the noise that causes confusion. He disconnects you from habits that would interfere with the blessings He is about to release. Suddenly, your spirit begins craving stillness, clarity, purity, and alignment. You feel pulled toward purpose, toward discipline, toward inner growth. Even the things you once used as coping mechanisms stop working, because God is teaching you to depend on His presence instead of temporary distractions. This loss of interest is a divine detox, a spiritual cleansing that prepares you for greater responsibility, deeper wisdom, and bigger blessings. If distractions feel dull and meaningless lately, it's because God is refining your spirit and shaping you for the destiny ahead. 4. You're experiencing sudden clarity about your life. This year may have felt like a maze, emotionally heavy, mentally draining, spiritually confusing. You may have battled uncertainty, indecision, or lack of direction, walking through months that felt dark and unclear. But recently, almost unexpectedly, pieces have begun to fall into place. Thoughts are becoming clearer. Ideas that seemed scattered now connect. Questions that haunted you are receiving answers. Even things that once frustrated you suddenly make sense. This clarity is not the result of overthinking or analyzing. It is God illuminating your path as you prepare to step into a new chapter. When God begins drying your tears, He also clears the fog that clouded your judgment. He aligns your mind with His plan. He removes confusion so you can walk confidently into the future He designed. This sudden understanding is spiritual insight, divine wisdom descending quietly into your spirit. What once felt overwhelming now feels achievable. What once felt impossible suddenly feels within reach. You are beginning to see why certain things happened, why certain people left, and why certain doors did not open. God is showing you the bigger picture. He is giving you the mental clarity necessary for the opportunities coming your way, because your next season requires clear vision, strong decisions, and stable confidence. If you've been seeing things more clearly lately, even without trying, it's because God has begun guiding your steps directly. He is preparing your mind for the blessings that are about to unfold. 5. People who hurt you are no longer a source of pain. A powerful sign that God is truly healing you is when the memory of those who wounded you no longer carries the same emotional sting. You may still remember what happened. You may still recall the betrayal, the disappointment, the broken trust, or the harsh words that once pierced your heart. But now, instead of feeling anger rise, instead of feeling sadness choke you, instead of carrying bitterness or confusion, you feel a strange sense of emotional distance. Not numbness, healing, not denial, growth, not coldness, restoration. It is as if God has been gently draining the poison from wounds you didn't know how to close. The memories are still there, but the pain attached to them is dissolving. This is what divine healing looks like. God goes into the emotional places people could not reach. He washes your heart from the inside out. He touches experiences so deeply buried that even you avoided confronting them, and instead of forcing forgiveness, He slowly, lovingly cultivates it in you. What once broke you no longer defines you. What once triggered you no longer controls you. What once made you cry now makes you stronger. You notice that thinking about these people doesn't tighten your chest anymore. You don't replay the offense. You don't imagine revenge. You don't seek closure. You don't need an apology. You simply feel released. This release is not your doing. It is God's. He has been rewiring your emotional responses, restoring your sense of self, and rebalancing the parts of you that were thrown off by hurtful experiences. Forgiveness begins to flow, not because you forced it, but because God softened the soil of your heart. Healing starts revealing itself, not because you pretended to be okay, but because God removed the emotional residue that once overwhelmed you. If the people who hurt you no longer carry the same emotional power over you, it's because God has already begun closing those wounds and preparing you for a future free of emotional bondage. 6. Unexpected blessings have been showing up recently. When heaven begins shifting your season, it often starts subtly with small, unexpected blessings that seem to come out of nowhere. You may have noticed little breakthroughs happening lately. Perhaps someone offered help when you least expected it. Maybe favor came in a situation you didn't even pray about. Maybe a small opportunity opened up, or a financial surprise appeared, or a door cracked open just enough to show you that something is changing. These are not coincidences. These are not random moments of luck. These are early signs of divine alignment, God's gentle reminders that He is moving, even before you see the full picture. Before God opens a major door, He often releases small confirmations to prepare your faith. These little blessings are like spiritual breadcrumbs, signals that you are entering a new season. They whisper, "I'm still with you. I haven't forgotten you. Something bigger is coming." Sometimes the blessings are so small that you almost overlook them, but your spirit notices. Your intuition feels it. Something in you knows these moments carry meaning. And that sense is correct. God is repositioning things around you. He is shifting environments, conversations, and situations in your favor. These unexpected blessings are signs that God has begun orchestrating your next chapter. They show you that what once worked against you is now being turned around for your good. They remind you that heaven is active, not silent. They prepare your heart for the bigger breakthroughs that will require your readiness, your obedience, and your expectancy. If unexpected blessings have been showing up, no matter how small, take them seriously. They are evidence that the spiritual atmosphere around your life is changing. God is aligning your steps, making room for your destiny, and signaling that a major door is preparing to open. 7. Your intuition keeps telling you something new is coming. Chosen ones always feel spiritual transitions before they manifest in the natural. If you've been sensing a strong inner pull lately, a quiet knowing deep within your spirit that something is shifting, something is approaching, something new is about to unfold, trust that feeling. It is not anxiety. It is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the Holy Spirit preparing you for the next chapter God is ushering you into. This inner awareness is one of the clearest indicators that your season is changing. You may feel restless without knowing why. You may feel excitement building even though nothing external has shifted yet. You may sense the atmosphere around your life growing more intense, more purposeful, more meaningful. You may feel a divine anticipation rising, a spiritual vibration signaling that God is aligning something big on your behalf. For chosen ones, spiritual sensitivity is a gift. You feel what heaven is preparing long before it appears. Your spirit receives announcements your mind hasn't understood yet. This is why you feel the need to prepare, to clean your life, to detach from distractions, to protect your energy, to get ready. This inner prompting is God telling you, get positioned. Something new is on the way. This feeling is not random, it is preparation. It is transition. It is spiritual acceleration. You are stepping out of an old season and into a divine shift. If your intuition keeps whispering that change is near, it's because heaven has already declared a shift over your life. Your spirit hears it. Your soul senses it. Your future is calling you. 8. God is removing people who no longer match your future. Lately, you may have noticed certain people drifting away, conversations ending, connections weakening, or relationships fading without conflict or dramatic closure. It may have felt confusing at first, maybe even painful. But spiritually, it is strategic. God is removing people who no longer align with your destiny. He is clearing your path from influences, energies, and personalities that do not match where He is taking you. Elevation requires separation, and separation often feels uncomfortable, even when it is necessary. God knows the private intentions and unseen motives of every person in your life. He knows who will hinder you, who will slow you down, who will drain you, and who will secretly sabotage your progress. So before He blesses you, He purifies your circle. Before He elevates you, He isolates you. Before He opens new doors, He closes old connections. When God begins drying your tears, He also removes the sources that caused them. People who wounded you, doubted you, limited you, or misused your loyalty. Many times these separations feel like loss, but in reality they are divine protection. Some people cannot follow you into your next season because they were tied to your old pain, not your new purpose. Some were attached to your brokenness, not your healing. Some loved your struggle but would envy your success. God is not being harsh, He is being protective. If certain people have been drifting away without explanation, trust that it is God safeguarding your future. Your next chapter requires the right people, the right environment, and the right alignment, and God is making sure you enter the new year surrounded only by what strengthens your destiny. 9. You feel hope rising again. After everything you've been through this year, every setback, every disappointment, every silent battle, every tear, you would think hope would be gone by now. But instead, something inside you is waking up again. A quiet spark is returning. A gentle fire is rising in your spirit. You feel life stirring inside you again. You are beginning to believe again, dream again, expect again. This renewed hope is not accidental. It is the final sign that God is restoring you. Hope does not rise in a heart that is still broken. Hope does not rise where pain still rules. Hope does not rise where despair lives. If hope is returning, it is because God has been doing deep spiritual surgery on you. He has been rebuilding you from the inside. He has been wiping your tears, strengthening your soul, and breathing life back into your spirit. Hope is a sign of spiritual rebirth, a sign that your inner world is healing, expanding, and awakening to possibilities again. This hope is confirmation that your old season is ending. The new year will not look like the last one. You are stepping into a chapter filled with clarity, direction, blessings, emotional strength, and divine alignment. Hope is heaven's announcement that restoration has begun. Something better is coming. Something greater is forming. Your spirit knows it. God wants you to prepare for it. Chosen one. If this message reached you at the right moment, it is not an accident. God is drying your tears, healing your heart, and setting you up for a divine shift. A powerful new door is opening for you as this year ends, and nothing can stop what God has already declared over your life. This is the Zillion Mind Channel. If this word spoke to your spirit, make sure you subscribe, because more messages like this are coming, and if you received this message at the exact moment you needed it, I want you to type 1111 in the comments section as a declaration of alignment, healing, and divine blessings. Thank you for watching.
My child, it is no accident that you have opened this message. You chose to hear my voice when others scrolled past. The ones who turned away will wonder why their breakthrough never came. But you stopped, you listened, and that decision just changed everything. Right now, in this very moment, I am entering your life in a way I have never done before. The sign you have been praying for is being written in the heavens as you hear these words. This is not just another message. This is the divine appointment that has been scheduled for you since before the foundations of the earth were laid. My child, your heart is beating faster because my presence is already with you. That tremor you feel is not anxiety. It is the fire of my Holy Spirit confirming that this word is meant specifically for you. No one else on this earth has walked your exact path. No one else has cried your exact tears. And no one else will receive the exact miracle I am about to release over your life. The angels of heaven are moving through your home right now. They are breaking chains you cannot see. They are tearing down walls that have held you captive. They are silencing voices that have spoken lies over your destiny. Can you feel the atmosphere shifting? That heaviness you have carried for so long is being lifted from your shoulders this very moment. I need you to understand something critical, my child. If you walk away before I finish speaking, you will miss the key that unlocks everything. Those who stayed until the end of this message received the full revelation. They saw miracles manifest within days. They testified of supernatural breakthroughs. But those who left early wondered why nothing changed. Do not be one who turns away too soon. I have been waiting for this moment. I have been preparing you for this hour. And now is the time for you to hear what heaven has been holding for you. My beloved, I have seen your struggle. I have watched you wake up each morning with pain in your body and confusion in your mind. I have seen you put on a brave face when your heart was breaking inside. You thought no one noticed. You thought you were alone in your suffering. But my child, I see everything. I see you in the darkness of 3 a.m. when sleep will not come, and your mind replays every hurt, every failure, every disappointment. I see you in the bathroom with the door locked, letting tears fall that no one else will witness. I see you sitting in your car before going inside, gathering strength you do not have, preparing to face another day you feel too weak to endure. You have felt abandoned. You have felt forgotten. You have wondered if your prayers even reach beyond the ceiling. You have asked yourself if I am real, if I care, if I will ever answer. These doubts have haunted you in your quietest moments, and shame has tried to convince you that even thinking such thoughts makes you unworthy of my love. But I tell you now, my child, I have never been closer to you than in those broken moments. When you felt most alone, I was holding you. When you felt most forgotten, I was remembering every detail of your pain. When you thought I was silent, I was orchestrating events you could not yet see. The world has taken from you. People have betrayed you. Circumstances have crushed you. Dreams have died. Relationships have ended. Health has failed. Money has disappeared. Doors have slammed shut. And with each loss, you felt a piece of yourself break away. I have counted every tear. Not one has fallen to the ground unnoticed. Each one is collected in my heavenly vessel. Each one carries weight in the courts of heaven. And today is the day those tears become the seed of your greatest harvest. You have been tired, so tired. Tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of believing that things will change. You wake up exhausted and go to bed defeated. The weight of your burdens has bent your shoulders and clouded your vision. You have thought about giving up more times than you can count. I know your secret thoughts, my child. I know the words you have spoken to yourself in moments of despair. I know the plans you have made in case this never gets better. I know the fears that grip you when you think about tomorrow. And I am here to tell you that every one of those fears ends today. You have wondered why it has taken so long. Why have others been blessed while you remained in lack? Why have others found love while you remained alone? Why have others prospered while you struggled just to survive? These questions have tormented you, and the enemy has used them to plant seeds of bitterness in your heart. But what you could not see was that I was not delaying your blessing. I was preparing you for a blessing so large that you needed to be strengthened first. You needed to grow. You needed to expand. You needed to become the person who could carry what I am about to give you. The pain was not punishment. The waiting was not abandonment. The struggle was not evidence that I do not love you. Everything, my child, everything you have walked through has been part of a divine plan that is about to be revealed to you. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Before the mountains were formed, I am. Before the stars were hung in the sky, I am. Before time itself began, I am. I am the one who spoke the universe into existence with a word. I am the one who separated light from darkness. I am the one who formed you in your mother's womb and breathed life into your body. I am the one who knows every hair on your head and every thought in your mind before you think it. I am the God who parted the Red Sea and made a way where there was no way. I am the God who brought water from a rock and bread from heaven. I am the God who shut the mouths of lions and cooled the fire that should have consumed my faithful ones. I am the God who raised Jesus from the dead and conquered death itself. I am the God who sent my Holy Spirit to dwell within you, making your body a temple of the living God. I am the God who holds all power in heaven and on earth, and nothing is impossible for me. My child, I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. I hold tomorrow in my hands while you struggle with today. But hear me now. What I am about to do in your life will silence every doubt you have ever had about my power. I am the light that pierces every darkness. I am the hope that rises when all seems lost. I am the strength that carries you when you have nothing left. I am the peace that surpasses understanding. I am the joy that comes in the morning after your night of weeping. I am not bound by your circumstances. I am not limited by what you see with your natural eyes. I am not stopped by closed doors or impossible situations. What looks finished to you is just beginning to me. What looks dead to you is about to resurrect. What looks destroyed to you is about to be restored beyond recognition. I am the God of suddenly. In one moment I can shift everything. In one breath, I can change your entire situation. In one word, I can tear down every wall and open every door. And my child, that moment is now. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing and sorrow into joy. I am the one who takes ashes and creates beauty. I am the one who makes all things work together for good for those who love me. And you love me, my child. Even in your doubt, even in your pain, even in your questions, you love me. And that love is about to be rewarded in ways you cannot imagine. I am the Father who never sleeps, who watches over you every second of every day and night. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one lost sheep. I am the king who prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I am the creator who has plans for you, plans for good and not for evil, plans to give you a future and a hope. Nothing is hidden from my sight. I see every enemy who has plotted against you. I see every person who has spoken curses over your life. I see every force of darkness that has tried to destroy you. And I am here to tell you that they have failed. They thought they were defeating you, but they were actually positioning you for the greatest comeback of your life. My child, the same power that raised Jesus from the grave is living inside you right now. The same authority that cast out demons and healed the sick flows through your spirit. You are not weak. You are not defeated. You are not a victim. You are my child, and my power dwells in you. The miracle you need requires you to believe. Faith is not just a feeling. Faith is a decision. Faith is reaching out with your spiritual hand and taking what I am offering you. Faith is agreeing with what I say about you instead of what your circumstances say. Here is what I need you to do, my child. First, you must forgive. Release every person who has hurt you. Let go of every offense. Unforgiveness is a chain that keeps you bound to your past and blocks the flow of my blessing. When you forgive, you are not excusing what they did. You are freeing yourself from the prison of bitterness. Second, you must trust me completely. Stop trying to figure everything out. Stop trying to make it all make sense. Stop demanding to see the full picture before you take the next step. Trust means walking forward even when you cannot see the path. Trust means resting in my promises even when nothing around you confirms them. Third, you must speak words of faith. Your mouth has power. The words you speak create your reality. Stop saying you are broke. Stop saying you are sick. Stop saying it is impossible. Start declaring what I say about you. Say, I am blessed. I am healed. I am favored. I am victorious. I am abundant. I am loved. Fourth, you must stay connected to this word. As you continue listening to every syllable I speak, you align yourself with heaven's frequency. Those who stayed until the very end of this message positioned themselves to receive the full manifestation. Do not turn away now. The most powerful revelation is still ahead. Fifth, you must take action. Faith without works is dead. I will show you what to do, and you must do it. It may not make sense to your natural mind. It may seem too small or too simple. But obedience activates miracles. When I tell you to move, move. When I tell you to wait, wait. When I tell you to speak, speak. When I tell you to be silent, be silent. Here is the promise I make to you. When you forgive, I will release you from bondage. When you trust, I will make a way through the impossible. When you speak faith, you will see mountains move. When you stay connected to my word, you will grow stronger every day. When you obey, you will walk into miracles you did not even know to pray for. My child, this is the law of the kingdom. What you sow, you will reap. When you give, it will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. When you bless others, blessings will chase you down. When you share my word, your own revelation multiplies. I am about to show you something powerful. The miracle I am releasing to you is not meant to stop with you. It is meant to flow through you to reach others. You are a vessel. You are a conduit. You are a messenger of heaven. Think right now of someone you know who is struggling, someone who has lost hope, someone who needs to hear that they are not forgotten. I am placing their face in your mind at this very moment. You know exactly who I am talking about. When you share this message with them, two miracles happen at once. First, you become an answer to their prayers. You become the angel they asked me to send. You become the sign they have been waiting for. And I reward my messengers. I bless those who carry my word to the hurting and the lost. Second, your own blessing multiplies. This is not just a nice thought. This is a spiritual law as real as gravity. When you give, you receive more. When you share, your portion increases. When you become a conduit of blessing, the flow never stops in your life. Do you remember the miracle of the loaves and the fish? I took 5 loaves and 2 fish, and when I shared them, they multiplied. The more I gave away, the more there was. In the end, thousands were fed, and 12 baskets remained. It started with almost nothing, but it ended with overwhelming abundance. That is the mathematics of my kingdom. On earth, when you divide something, everyone gets less. But in heaven, when you share something, everyone gets more. Your blessing does not decrease when you pass it on. Your blessing multiplies when you become generous with what I give you. Right now, share this message with 3 people. Post it to your social media. Send it in your family group chat. Text it to that friend who came to your mind. As you do, say this: God led me to send this to you. Watch it fully. It will change your life. When you share my word, you are not just helping someone else. You are activating the second wave of your own miracle. The first wave began when you heard my voice. The second wave begins when you become a messenger. And the second wave is more powerful than the first. Because when you give and receive at the same time, you create an endless cycle of blessing. Think of a spring of water. If the water flows out, it stays fresh. If the water sits still, it becomes stagnant. You must be like a spring. Receive from me and pass it on. When you do this, the flow never stops. The blessing never runs dry. The supply never ends. My child, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Let that truth sink deep into your spirit. Even when every person walks away, I remain. Even when every door closes, I am still there. Even when every light goes out, I am your light. I will protect you from every attack. I will guard you from every scheme. I will shield you from every weapon formed against you. No curse spoken over your life will prosper. No evil plan devised against you will succeed. No power of darkness will overcome you. I have placed a hedge of protection around you that cannot be breached. You will see it with your own eyes. What looked impossible is about to become reality. What seemed dead is about to resurrect. What appeared finished is about to begin again. I am the God of restoration, and I restore all things. Remember the fear you felt when you started listening to this message. That fear is broken now. The chains that held you are shattered. The darkness that surrounded you has been pushed back by my light. The confusion that plagued you is being replaced by clarity. The weakness that limited you is being exchanged for strength. I am doing something new in your life. Can you sense it? Can you feel it? The ground beneath your feet is shifting. The atmosphere around you is changing. The spiritual realm is aligning with what I have decreed, and nothing can stop what I have set in motion. Wait, for what I am about to tell you will transform everything you thought you knew. The greatest promise is still ahead. Do not turn away now, for the climax of this divine encounter is about to unfold before you. My beloved child, the miracle is here. It is not coming tomorrow. It is not arriving next week. It is not waiting for you to become better or stronger or more worthy. The miracle is here now, in this moment, as you hear my voice. Health is flooding your body right now. Every cell is being renewed. Every organ is being restored. Every system is being realigned. The sickness that has plagued you is breaking off. The pain that has tormented you is leaving. The weakness that has limited you is being replaced with supernatural strength. Abundance is being released into your life right now. Doors are opening that have been closed for years. Opportunities are coming that you never imagined possible. Favor is surrounding you like a shield. The right people are about to find you. The right resources are about to reach you. The right answers are about to be revealed to you. Relationships are being healed right now. That family member who turned away is about to reach out. That friend who abandoned you is about to return. That love you thought you lost is about to be restored. And where there is emptiness, I am bringing divine connections that will fill your life with joy and companionship. Joy is erupting in your spirit right now. The heaviness is lifting. The sorrow is dissolving. The depression is breaking. You will laugh again. You will sing again. You will dance again. The joy of the Lord is becoming your strength, and it will overflow from your life and touch everyone around you. Clarity is coming to your mind right now. Every confused thought is being organized. Every difficult decision is being illuminated. Every unclear path is being made straight. You will know what to do. You will know where to go. You will know who to trust. My Holy Spirit will guide you into all truth. My child, can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you receive it? Stretch out your spiritual hands right now and take hold of everything I am releasing to you. Do not let doubt steal what faith has unlocked. Do not let fear rob what courage has won. Do not let hesitation block what boldness has opened. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your breakthrough. The years of waiting are over. The season of struggle has ended. The time of testing has passed. You are entering into the fullness of everything I promised you. You will testify of my goodness. You will declare my faithfulness. You will become a living witness of my power. And when people ask you what happened, you will tell them God showed up. God came through. God did the impossible. And they will believe because they will see the evidence in your life. The overflow is coming. Not just enough to meet your need, but more than enough to bless others. Not just sufficient for today, but abundant for your future. Not just provision for yourself, but surplus to help those around you.